Hello, my name is Jared Hippler, and I'm interested in becoming one of the speakers for the Art is Power speaker series. I would like to present on and have youth experience the power of dance and how dance can be used as a tool to help better the mental health of youth. I am the founder and director of a Primally Playful Foundation. We work with youth in orphanages and schools in developing countries and also here in the United States. And we teach life skills and healthy habits through games and play. One of the most powerful forms of play is dance. There's a number of reasons why we use dance in our work, and there's a number of reasons why it's so powerful. I would like to explain a couple of those reasons. The most important reason, and the one that most exemplifies why dancing is good for our mental health, is that it allows us to experience two types of happiness that are not in most people's vocabulary. There are three types of happiness: hedonic, eudaimonic, and chironic. Hedonic happiness. This is the type of happiness that comes from imbibing outside things. So sugary food, drugs, alcohol, digital addiction, all revolves around pleasure, instant gratification. Eudaimonic happiness. This is the type of happiness that comes when you have a couple things in your life, when you have meaning and purpose in your life, when you are being authentic, and when you are building and growing your strengths and your skills, and we're serving others in some way or another. The third type of happiness is called Chironic happiness, also known as spiritual happiness. And you get this type of happiness by fully being in the present moment. And you could experience this type of happiness through dance, through meditation, yoga, even at a soccer game in England when everybody's chanting along the same chant. There's a certain electricity in the air. One of my favorite moments of our time in Ghana, at one of the orphanages we worked with, was they sang to us in chorus at the end of one of the nights. And it was just very beautiful. And it was hard to explain the emotions that I felt while there witnessing it. This is known as Chironic happiness. A lot of eudaimonic happiness is about doing. You're creating. You're not sitting there watching other people's creations. You are creating. You're serving. You're doing. Art, by its very nature, is creating. One of the beautiful things about dance is that it's not something you take in. If I gotta dance, I gotta move. I just did that. That was me. I created that. You are creating in eudaimonic happiness. In hedonic, you're simply taking in and being a witness. So in Ghana, something I noticed that dancing is very much a part of their culture. That a lot of the youth played games that involved dancing in some way or another. And they also know songs. They would just start singing in unison, a certain type of jig, rhyme, song, I'm not sure. But it's just fun to be around that type of energy. Another great thing about dance is that it could be non-competitive. You're just there moving, laughing with each other. Many sports are competitive. You have a winner, you have a loser, you're trying to do certain things. If you're on the dance floor with somebody, you could just be trying to vibe with each other. That's a unique energy, a unique spirit about it. Also, one of the beautiful things about dance is that what do you need to dance? All you need is yourself. At Amajafi, an orphanage that we worked with in Ghana, there's this one kid in particular who always seemed to be in good spirits. He was always dancing. He loved dancing. Every time I saw this kid, he was dancing. And I think that speaks to the power of dance, that you don't need any equipment, no nothing. You don't need music. And this kid was such a wonderful example of that. But when dancing really gets powerful is group dancing. When you are all dancing just because. I don't know if you've all experienced that on a dance floor, a connection with someone, you haven't even said a word, but there is a certain type of energy that develops through movement, through moving with others. And when everyone's in sync, that can get electric, and there's a certain energy in the air because it is a physical manifestation of something bigger than yourself. One of the beautiful things about dance is that you could quite literally embody emotions. But most youth are not embodying their emotions. Most youth simply have not been given the tools for how to properly and healthily process and integrate negative emotions. And a lot of youth, what they do, and adults too, I'm not just coming down on the youth, but when they experience a negative emotion, they do this. Instant pleasure, instant gratification, instant distraction. They distract themselves from these emotions. But these emotions are still here. And when we continually distract ourselves from emotions, those emotions become buried in our subconscious. And here's the thing about emotions. If we do not give them an outlet, they're going to find one. Most of these outlets come in the form of depression, anxiety, nightmares, poor sleep habits, how you treat other people, how you treat yourself. But through dance, you could quite literally embody your emotions. If you're feeling angry, you could move into that. You could dance into that anger and give it a home. If you're feeling sad, same thing. You could move with it. If you're feeling happy, you could feel even happier. But giving a home, giving an outlet to our emotions is good for mental health. These are some of the topics that I love talking about with youth, that I love having youth experience and to think critically about. If you have any questions or like a demonstration, please feel free to reach out. It would be my pleasure. Thank you so much for putting on the speaker series. I think that art is such a wonderful outlet for youth, and it's good to see that people are out there spreading the word on it. So thank you so much.
C'est beau.